Yeah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. What's up? Abu Hafsa Claire, Abdul Malik Claire, whatever y'all want to call me, Jerome Claire, whatever it is, man. Y'all already know who I am. Back at y'all with the part 5, increasing your wealth. This is it. We're going to wrap it up, inshallah, here. 5 parts is enough for a series. This is actually a full lecture, so yeah, if you guys want to do that, we can do it as a full lecture. But I like the 5 parts, inshallah, because each video, you know, people like bite-sized things. They like small phones, small videos, small series, and all that good stuff. They just like big bank accounts. But if you don't have cents, you don't need dollars. See? I'm going to repeat that. If you don't have cents, you don't need dollars. Click the like button if you saw what I did there. Click it right now. Go ahead. I'll wait. Click it. You know you want to click it. Click the like button. Just get it out the way. Click. Click it. You hear that noise? Just click it. That's how you do that. Anyway, click the like button, click the share button, click the subscribe button, support the sponsors, www.islambytouch.com. You already know Dawah Dynamics. Thank you for the hat. MashaAllah, I like it. I'm going to rock it on the videos, inshallah. And getting on with the part 5, we want to recap 4 things that will increase your wealth with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Number 1, tahajjud, getting up at the last part of the night. Number 2, what was number 2? What was number 2? Number 2 was, number 1 was, I forgot completely what number 2 was. Number 1, this is why I don't edit things. I don't want to edit things and make my videos look all cool and clean for y'all, because I want you to see my mistakes. Number 1 was to wake up in the last third of the night and pray your tahajjud. Number 2, and I might get these in backwards order, doesn't matter. Number 2 was to remember Allah during your daily life, which actually was number 3. Number 3, what was number 2? That's interesting. I wonder if y'all could put it in the comment section if I don't get it. Should I do a prize? And then you guys can figure out what number 3 is. Number 1 was to pray tahajjud. Number 3 was to remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala during your day. And number 2 was to ask forgiveness. Seek forgiveness for your sins. That's right. Astaghfirullah. Number 1, tahajjud. Number 2, seeking forgiveness. Number 3, remembering Allah throughout your day. Number 4, sadaqah, charity. And this is the part where people get upset. Oh, here he goes. He's going to plug his Islam by Touch. Yes, I am. Support them. Go to www.islambytouch.com and support what they are doing over there. But sadaqah is something that you give to people from what you have. Doesn't necessarily mean that you have to give it to the masjid. Not necessarily. You can, and I'm sure brothers who run mosques are holding their breath right now. I'm not saying not to do that, but people tend to not like doing that very much. People say they don't trust mosques, they don't trust religious organizations, that's fine, you don't have to trust them. But that doesn't mean you don't give. See, people will do that though. People are really funny. They'll say things like, well, I'd rather give to people. I don't want to give to religious organizations, right? So they won't give to people. But then there'll be like a revert, a new Muslim sister, or brother on social media who actually needs your help, and that's a person. That's not going to an organization. That's not going to a group. That's not going to a mosque. You know what those same people will say? That's probably a scam. See, that's the thing. Don't do that. If you're gonna don't play like that. Really don't, because Allah will question you about things like that. If you don't believe someone and you think that they're scamming, fair enough, don't help them, but don't hurt them. You know. And if you don't want to donate to mosques and you donate to people, maybe Allah will send you a person. And then you don't donate. So that, just say it, I'm greedy and I don't want to give nobody nothing. Just say it that way and be done. Be honest with yourself and fix that. But don't make excuses. Find reasons to help people, not excuses. Right? Help someone, and this is a big thing for us. May Allah help us to do this. Help someone and don't mention it to them. May Allah allow us to never mention the help we give someone to them. It's very, very damaging and very hurtful, and we need to not do that. And I think all of us have that problem. You know, if you help someone and then they make you upset, didn't I help you before? Don't ever do that, and I'm speaking to myself first. Don't ever do it. Don't do it. And if you have done it, don't do it again. Because Muhammad ﷺ said, The one who gives charity and reminds the people is like the dog that swallows its own vomit. Do not do that to people. Don't hurt them in order to hold them hostage. Or don't help them, I should say, in order to hold them hostage. Allah doesn't do that to you. You know Allah gives you even when you disobey Him. Allah gives you even when you don't pray. Allah gives you even when you don't believe in Him. He still gives you. So don't do that to people. Don't give them and help them hurt them under the guise of helping them. Please don't do that. May Allah forgive us all for doing that. We're all probably guilty of that in some form or fashion. And if you are guilty of it, you know. You know. And I'm mentioning it so much because I really need to be reminded of that. I don't want to ever be like that. To help someone and then remind them that I helped them. It's disgusting. Don't do it. Now, Allah has said to us, and it's an interesting ayah, it's part of an ayah where Allah says, after we say, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وما تقدموا لأنفسكم من خير تجدوه عند الله هو خيرا وأعظم أجرا. Whatever you put forward, وما تقدموا لأنفسكم, for yourself. This is for you. This is for yourself. We think, and this is the problem, we think that when we help people, that we are helping them. We are, this benevolent person that comes and helps them. No, you're not. You're helping you. وَمَا تُقَدِّمُوا لِأَنفُسِكُمْ. You're helping yourself. Whatever you put forward, for yourself. Because Allah doesn't need you to help people. Allah can easily get someone else to help that person. Allah can bring 10 people to help that person and make them have more than you, and you need to go and ask them for help. Allah can help them without you. وَمَا تُقَدِّمُوا لِأَنفُسِكُمْ مِنْ خَيْرٍ تَجِدُوهُ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ. Whatever you put forward, لِأَنفُسِكُمْ مِنْ خَيْرٍ, from good, تَجِدُوهُ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ, you'll find it with Allah. So you might think this person is a scam, and maybe they are. Maybe they're not. If you help them and you help them for the sake of Allah, Allah will keep it for you. Just don't remind them about it. And you say, well, why should I give? If this is about increasing wealth. Doesn't giving decrease your wealth? Giving increases your wealth, because if you want Allah to trust you with more, then why don't you give from the little that you have? When you want Allah to trust you with more, then you give from that. And then He gives you more. And I've experienced that personally. I've experienced that personally, and I don't want to talk about my own deeds, but I've experienced that personally. That works. Give a little from what you have. Well, I ain't got nothing, Abdul Malik. If you're watching me, you have internet, and you have something. You might have a little, and it doesn't matter if you have a little. It's okay. Allah knows what you have. Allah knows better than you what you have. So you might have a little, but you can still give from the little. Why not? Why don't you give from little? Just a little. You don't have to... Like, if you have 10 peanuts, you have 10 peanuts in your hand right now, and you're eating peanuts watching me, give 1 peanut to someone. Muhammad ﷺ said, to purchase paradise, لو بشق التمر. Even... It's Fajr. Okay, I'm going to wrap this, inshallah, just now. Purchase paradise... Excuse me. So purchase, that's the phone. It's not the line outside. So purchase paradise even with half of a date. You look at half a date. How can half a date help somebody? You think about that for a minute. If you eat half a date, first of all, you bite off half a date. You take a big bite off of it, and you say, "Hey, bro, you want this here?" He's gonna look at you and go, "Nope," because you done ate from it, or you cut it. Maybe if you cut it, maybe that's a bit more hygienic, brothers.
It's 5:45.
Thank you again for that. 5:45. I have all kinds of alarms because Fajr is really the most important time of the day for me. It's my personal favorite time of day. So anyway, what was I saying? Because it's not going to the person. That's why you look at half a date as not benefiting the person, because you're not thinking about it in the right way. If half a date is what you have, Allah knows what you have, and you're giving that to somebody. وَمَا تُقَدِّمُوا لِأَنفُسِكُم مِّنْ خَيْرٍ تَجِدُوهُ عِندَ اللَّهِ. Again, you're putting it forward for yourself. Don't think about it as helping that person like that necessarily. Maybe it's a little. Maybe it's all you have though. So what you're giving is a little, and if that's all you have, then that's sincere, inshallah, and you're doing that for the sake of Allah. Now, if you have 5,000 dates, then half a date is a bit obnoxious. You should probably help with more than that. Right? Just like if you have $5,000, $2, you should probably do a little bit more. If you have more, you can do more, and then Allah, inshallah, ta'ala will give you more. Allahumma rzuqna min haythu la nahtasib. May Allah give us from places we have no, where we don't know. Because if you want Allah to trust you with more, then you need to give more. And this is the fourth thing. Number one, to wake up tahajjud time and pray to Allah. Number two, to seek forgiveness from Him, because we all make mistakes. Number three, to remember Allah throughout your day, and during what's good, what's bad, and just in general, just try to remember Him. Replace those cuss words, inshallah, with Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah, Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad. Replace those cuss words. Replace them. Get them out your mouth, inshallah. Me too, because I have my days where I, where I raise the roof a little bit. I'm not a scholar. I'm not a scholar. I'm not a sheikh. I'm just a regular guy. I'm your brother with a cool baseball hat. That's about all. I'm not nobody important to nobody. If you knew how unimportant I was, y'all probably wouldn't watch my videos at all. I'm just, and I'm not being humble. The brother is being very humble. No, I'm not being humble. I'm being very honest with you. Y'all don't know me like that. And those who know me are laughing right now because they know I'm not lying. I'm a guy who Allah blessed with the gift of speech. And if I say something good, then it's from Allah, and only the mistakes are my own. I understand that I didn't title this series Increasing Your Money. I did not do that because these things may increase your money. But I don't look at wealth necessarily as money. It can be. It can be. Money isn't, I don't think money isn't important. Money, you can't pay your bills with smiles. People are not into taking smiles for bills. I can't sit up here and pay my rent with a few hundred smiles. That's not going to happen. If your rent is $1,000 a month, you're not going to smile at your landlord 1,000 times and get over like that. But I honestly don't think that real wealth is necessarily money. If you are a billionaire, yet you have stomach cancer, billions of dollars isn't helping you. If you are a billionaire and your wife has a brain tumor and you love her, you're not going to care too much about that. You will gladly take that brain tumor into your head. You'll gladly do that. If you're a billionaire and your children are sick and your children are hurting themselves, then you would gladly give up all that money for those children. Money doesn't necessarily make you happy. And to be honest with you, some of the most disrespectful, idiot people that I've ever met have been wealthy people. Not all of them, and I've met some very generous wealthy people, and this is why that they're truly wealthy. People with money, some people are so poor that all they have is money. And like I told you earlier, if you don't have sense, dollars can damage you. They make you arrogant. You think almost like you're Allah, that you're giving people. You think that because you throw a little peanut someone's way, that they need to thank you for the rest of your life. You think that you're giving them when actually Allah is not only giving them, He's allowing you the opportunity to be a part of that exchange. Money isn't necessarily wealth. Not necessarily. Contentment is wealth. Being content. Some people, they do things that they don't like for money. And then what ends up happening is they stay up all night, or they suffer some serious depression, or they suffer some serious mental issues because they've done things that they're not proud of for money. And may Allah forgive them and ease their situation. And I'm not judging anyone, May Allah lighten your load for you and forgive you and help you to achieve that contentment. Because Allah has said to us after we say, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيتها النفس المطمئنة ارجعي إلى ربك راضية مرضية فادخلي في عبادي وادخلي جنتي. يا أيتها النفس المطمئنة, O contented soul, ارجعي إلى ربك راضية مرضية. Return to your Lord pleased and You're pleased with your Lord, and your Lord is pleased with you. فَادْخُلِي فِي عِبَادِي. Enter you with my slaves. وَادْخُلِي جَنَّتِي. Enter you my paradise. And this is Allah's paradise, because this is something we need. We need contentment. And it's interesting, because if you think about it, the wealthier people in this continent of North America and a lot of Europe as well, if you live here in these places, Canada, United States, whatever, you are in the top 5% of the world. That means that 95% of the planet doesn't have what you have. But I guarantee you this, that we are the top 5% in terms of what we have, but we are the top 95% in terms of our complaining. We complain all the time like spoiled children. I don't have enough money. You don't. And if you think about it, right? Honestly, ask yourself. And I'm not judging. I'm just kind of being your conscience a little bit. And if you don't care, you probably done clicked the video off already. Do you need the stuff that you buy? Right? And do you need $350 shoes? Really? Now, if you play ball, if you play basketball and you need that, and basketball is kind of your thing where you play ball, so you need those shoes, that's different. But I can guarantee you that most of us don't really play ball like that. So we don't need no $350 Jordan shoes. Do you need a $1,500 phone? Now, if your job is making videos, or your job is something along those lines where that phone pays for itself and you need a fast phone, mashallah, then you need that. But I guarantee you, most of us don't need phones like that, especially if we are under the age of 18. So ask yourself, do you need what you buy? Do you honestly need it? Maybe the problem isn't money. Maybe the problem is spending. Maybe that's actually the problem for most of us. Do you need a Bugatti car? I mean, the speed limit is the same whether you ride in a $1 million car or if you're riding a bus. The speed limit doesn't change. So understand that this consumer and materialistic society is killing you. It is killing you. If you came on these videos thinking that I'm going to show you how to increase your money, then you need to go somewhere else. Get you a product that no one else heard of, and you sell it to 3 people, and they sell it to 3 people, and then we all build a big pyramid, and then, you know, by December your money is there. I want to show you what can give you that contentment of the soul. It may increase your money. It very well might. Allah knows best about that. I don't know what's in your future. And I don't believe in crystal balls, and I don't believe in psychics, and I don't ask the stars for help. I ask the one who created the stars. So there's none of that, inshallah. But at the same time, understand this. Trust and believe that your provision is with Allah. And all of these things that I told you are ways to get closer to Him. You know, get up the last third of the night. Pray to the one who gave you your life. Pray to the one who gave you your soul, who literally gave you life. Who used your mom to do it, yes, but He gave you life. Ask forgiveness, because no one's perfect. Astaghfirullah al-azim alladhi la ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum wa atubu ilayk. No one is perfect. So ask forgiveness. Ask guidance from Him. Remember Him throughout your day. Ask guidance from Him. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. Guide us, O Allah, to your straight way. Not to whatever we want, not to our own desires and how we think things should be and how we feel it should be and how our culture thinks it should be and how our society thinks it should be and how pop culture thinks it should be, how the latest rapper thinks it should be, how the latest basketball player thinks it should be, how the latest country singer thinks it should be. That's from a white audience. How the latest soccer player, hockey player, baseball player, pro wrestler, boxer, doctor, whatever thinks it should be. Ihdina sirat al-mustaqim. Guide us, O Allah, to your straight way. The one, sirat al-ladhina an'amta alayhim, the path of those people who you are pleased with, who you bless, who are your favorite people. غير المغضوب عليهم, not the people of, not the ones who you're angry with, ولا الضالين, or those who went astray. Trust, know, and believe that Allah doesn't hate you. Allah doesn't hate you. You're still breathing and you still have the power to go back to Him, and so do I. We still have the power to fix what we've broken, insha'Allah ta'ala. So if you want to increase your wealth and you want to increase your contentment, please do those things. And the fourth thing, and you know it right now because we're talking about it, give more. Be more generous. Be more generous with the people. Be more generous with your family. Be more generous with your wife. If you love somebody, don't just say it out your mouth. Help that person. If you honestly tell someone you love them and you won't help them, you don't love that person. You don't. Absolutely not. If you love, I'm really on a rant. If you love someone and you tell them, I love you so much, yet you're not helping them, you don't actually love them. Love is an action word. It's not just a word you say because you feel like it. It's an action word. And I don't think it has a time limit. I think you can love someone right away, but you need to actually help that person. If you love your friend, if you love your brother, if you love your sister, if you love your wife, if you love your husband, you love your child, you love whoever, someone who you want to be your spouse, may Allah allow us all to be with those whom we love. And may Allah love each and every one of you. If you honestly love someone, then you help that person, and that's sadaqah. If you love humanity, then you should help humanity. Don't just talk about what rich people aren't doing. Because if you have what they need, then you're rich compared to them. I'm going to say that again. If you have what they need, if you have something that them people need, then you are wealthy compared to them. So you are going to be questioned. I'm going to be questioned about what we have. So purify that and give something for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Be more generous. Ask yourself, do I have what? Am I actually buying the things that I need? Or am I just buying things that are going to depreciate right away? Right? Next year's Bugatti is going to be cooler. Next year's J's are going to be cooler. Next year's phone's going to be cooler. Can I wait? Do I need to update all the time? Why? Because someone's going to say something to me? Why? Because the pretty girl's going to like my Bugatti? If the pretty girl likes your Bugatti, she's going to like your boy's Bugatti 2 years from now when he buys a new one, and she's going to be going away from you, and she's going to go to him. If that's what you want, dog, then you need to go ahead and reevaluate your priorities. Who cares what the people think? It don't matter. Everybody that's alive 100 years from now is going to be dead. It don't matter what they think. Everyone who is alive right now, if you're a billionaire business person or if you are underpaid working somewhere else, you will be dead in 100 years. So take this life and make the most of it, because whatever you put forward for yourself for Allah Ta'ala, you're going to find it with Him. And you want to be among those people that on Judgment Day Allah says, يا أيتها النفس المطمئنة ارجعي إلى ربك راضية مرضية فادخلي في عبادي وادخلي جنتي. O the contented soul, return to your Lord when Allah is pleased with you and you are pleased with Him. وادخلي في عبادي, enter you with my righteous slaves. وادخلي جنتي, enter you my Jannah. Because this life is extremely temporary. Extremely temporary. Understand that, and I need to understand that more than you probably. That this life is very temporary, and we don't need most of the crap that we buy. We don't. And we don't need to complain as much, because really for most of us, money isn't the problem. Spending is the problem. You buy 5 houses. You can't live in 5 houses. For what? What you need 35 pairs of shoes for when people overseas ain't got shoes? You need all them shoes, dog? Do you really need all those shoes? Do you really need all that jewelry, sister? Do you really need it all? Why can't you look for a sister who's getting married and who might need that jewelry? Send it to them. You know, you have the Quran. You have the biggest gift that Allah has ever given to us. And we're going to try to promote that, inshallah, with IslamByTouch.com and Braille. Help somebody else that needs that. Go there. And even if you don't want to go there, then do something else. But do something, man. Like, don't just spend money like crazy, like water. And then it just goes. Your cake crumbles and you don't know where the crumbs went.
It's 6 o'clock.
Thank you. Your cake crumbles and you don't know where the crumbs went. You don't even know. You just dropping thousands of dollars on nothing. You don't even know what you bought. And you get it and you go, You want to be with that contented soul. So increase your wealth. These 4 things will help you. And I can tell you from experience that they've helped me. Any problem that I've ever been in, tahajjud has helped me out of it. When I've sought forgiveness from Allah, things come my way. When I've sought forgiveness from Allah, things come my way. When I remember Allah throughout my day isn't without problem necessarily, but it is less stressful. And when I've given, I have always gotten it back. Wallahi, I've always gotten it back. I promise you and I swear to you by Allah, I have never lost when I've given. Never. Not once. Not one time have I ever lost while I've given. So I am talking to you from experience, and I went a little bit long, inshallah, but I want you to like and I want you to share the video. If you benefited from it, then please, don't let it just sit there, If it's Facebook, then click that one and share it. If it's YouTube, click that and share it, please. Share the sponsors. IslamByTouch.com has sponsored this video. I'm Abdul Malik Claire, and I'm just here. I'm your brother. I'm not no one important. You see this bare wall behind me, right? I got a Quran here, part of a Braille Quran. I have a piece of wood. I don't know what that's doing there. Anyway, I'm just your brother. I ain't no one special. I don't edit my videos. I don't put cool little sound effects in them. I don't do that. I'm just talking to you in front of a laptop. And I love you very much for the sake of Allah. Jazakumullahu khairan. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم. I hope you enjoyed the series, inshallah. Go back and listen to the other videos. And yeah, man, just if you benefit, share. If you benefit, then share. If anything that I said was good, then it is from Allah. Only the mistakes are my own. Jazakumullahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Voiceover on. Text. Stop video button.